Aloha friends! For those of you who are new here, I'm Diana Johnson with Eating Richly, and if you like this video, I would love for you to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe and click the bell so that you can get notified of any future videos we do here on Eating Richly vlogs. So today is a filming day, and I don't normally brush my hair or put on makeup or anything on days where I'm home and filming. I'm often in my pajamas and I just toss my hair in a ponytail and that's it. But I'm trying to do better at self-care and just not for anyone else, but just as my job. And yes, I can do it in my pajamas. I can just throw my hair in a ponytail, which is nice, but it's also good to brush my hair every day, to put on moisturizer every day, just to kind of do things for me, to take care of me, in addition to just getting the work done. And I thought while I'm doing that, I could actually tell you guys about the really fun weekend that I had. And before I go into that though, I have this just really amazing story that I got a message from a mom who watched the vlog I did of Arden's last hospitalization. If you don't know, our baby has a lot of medical issues. For some reason, whenever he catches a virus, he has a hard time breathing and ends up needing deep suction and extra monitoring, sometimes extra oxygen, and so we end up in the hospital. And with this last hospitalization, which I think was number 10, I did a vlog and I posted some video of what increased work of breathing looks like, showing how his nostrils were flaring, called nasal flaring, and how his ribs were going, you could see his ribs as he was breathing, called retractions. And I had a mom message me that because she watched that whole vlog and saw that video clip, she knew to take her baby to a children's emergency department when he started showing those same signs of increased work of breathing. And that she wouldn't have known that if she hadn't seen the video. And that just makes me so thankful, because of course I don't want to be going through these things that we've been going through. This last year has been the hardest year of our lives, but to be able to use it to help others it redeems it. And I just am so grateful. I know that I've been able to support a lot of other moms with kids going through medical things, just as I've been supported by moms before me who have had medical kids. So just spread the love, pay it forward, be transparent, share the hard things in a way that is helpful and encouraging, because you have no idea how it can impact someone else. So this weekend, Saturday, I was gonna go to the Y and work out with Eric. I had not done it for months and months and months and months because of all of Arden's health issues, and because I needed to do some physical therapy for my pelvic floor. I actually saw a women's health physical therapist who specializes in the pelvic floor and just learned so much. It was mind-blowing. Let me know in the comments if that's something you're interested in a video on, because I feel like it should be common knowledge for all women, and it was just, yeah, it was so eye-opening, and I'm so thankful. It's made a huge difference in just a few weeks. Anyway, so I was supposed to finally get to work out this Saturday morning, and I was so excited. And then Arden started puking up his first feed of the day. He threw up 6 times within an hour, and I was so sure, well, I knew I wasn't gonna go work out, but I also thought that I was going to have to miss my birthday tea. eyebrows are the one thing that I do every day because I have no eyebrows. Well, I have eyebrows, but they're like white blonde, so you can't see them. And like what I have on right now is what's left over from yesterday. So here we go. See if I can do this with my phone screen. Anyways, so every year, I think this is the 4th or 5th year, I don't know. Every year, Eric's mom, my wonderful mother-in-law, who is like my own mother, takes me and my sister-in-law, Eric's sister, out to tea to celebrate all 3 of our birthdays. Mom and I both have January birthdays, and Heather has a December birthday. So we're all within about 3 weeks of each other. So it was the Saturday, and I was so bummed. I was just sure that Arden was gonna keep throwing up all day, and I was going to have to miss the tea and take him to the hospital, especially because he microaspirates, which means he breathes liquids and things into his lungs. So vomiting is an even bigger risk for him. Thankfully, he just stopped throwing up after that hour. I was able to give him Pedialyte through his feeding tube, and he kept that down. I just ran it really, really slow. So I still got to go to the tea, and I am so glad because it was just the getaway, the friend time, the me time, the fun and silliness that I needed after having a really rough week and just struggling with some depression and anxiety and things feeling really tough and overwhelming. I deal with depression and anxiety. I'm on medication for it. I go see a behavioral therapist once a month to just kind of make sure that I'm doing things to manage it and also figure out what things I want to work on. Last week was tough. Even with the medication, there's gonna be weeks that are just worse than others where I just want to run away and hide and be done and sleep for a week, and that was last week. But then the tea and the adventure, and it made everything better. Here is our crazy setup for filming. We've got 2 cameras, one to get the overhead shots and one to get the side shots. Leave that there and hide my messy kitchen. So I'm realizing I don't think I've ever gone to tea except with my mom or my mother-in-law. So I'm guessing it's something from their generation maybe? I don't know, but it's really fun. We get all dressed up, we wear tiaras or fancy hats, and we have just this wonderful tea. There's amazing food. I really, really love the Secret Garden tea room in Sumner because, first of all, as soon as you walk in, it's just lovely and adorable. And to your right is this amazing little gift shop. Everything is so eclectic yet carefully curated and set up by color. Circle the shop like 4 times and you see something new each time. And it's so adorable, and they have all of these hats. Oh, you're gorgeous. And fascinators, which are the little hats that sit on top of your head. I love it. And there is this pink one that I literally have tried on, let's see, 3 years in a row now. This was the 3rd year. Every year I think, I really want this. I shouldn't spend money on it. It's adorable. I love it. I would only wear it a couple times a year, but it's so cute and I love it. I decided this year I was gonna get it, and I actually saved and brought $25 with me in order to get it. Saw that it was $35, not $25. And we have a really tight budget. I have some fun money that has been set aside and like given to us to do something for me, but most of that I've been using on this project to rearrange and redecorate our living room into what I actually want it to be, instead of all the secondhand stuff stuff that's a disorganized mess and not planned. It's really important to me to do this living room project, and I'm not going to take money away from that for the hat. So if it's still here next year, I can get it then. And then my mother-in-law told us at the beginning of tea that part of her gift to us was not only paying for the tea, but also she was giving us $25 to spend in the gift shop. And so I got my hat. Now, after the tea, my sister-in-law Heather wanted to go by a place called the Old Cannery, which is a furniture shop in Sumner. Furniture store in Sumner that I'd heard people talk about. I mean, I've lived 15 minutes away from it for, oh goodness, 13 years? Almost 14 years? And never been. And so I said, yes, we have time. This is my kid-free time that, Eric is in charge of the kids and I get to not be and not worry about that. Like, let's do it. Let's go. And so we went, and I could not believe this place. It's like a cross between a furniture store and Chuck E. Cheese, complete with animatronics, which totally scared the bejesus out of me.
Right. On the farm, we measure the acres by counting the rows of corn. Here at the warehouse, we're measuring our success by counting the smiles on the faces of our shoppers. Go ahead, smile for me.
So I'm not really afraid of animatronics or things like that, but this one by the entrance, I did not even realize, I was hearing this voice talking and I just thought it was over a speaker. Did not realize that there's this animatronic guy literally right here next to me until I turn and his eyes are just looking right at me. It was so freaky. And they're all throughout the store. And it's actually kind of fun. They're super old. I think they're from, when the store was originally built. I'll look that up and see if I can find it. It's just that as I'm walking through looking at things, suddenly there's an animatronic talking to me. And it was so disarming for me that I actually ended up being really rude to a real person who worked there, because he was kind of standing to the side in a corner to let me walk past and said, "Hi there, welcome." And I just assumed it was an animatronic and just kept walking right past him, and then out of the corner of my eye I see him walk away. It was the funniest thing ever. So yes, I was rude and ignored a human being because I thought he was a robot. I am a terrible person. It's really fun exploring the Old Cannery, and I'm actually going to go back where Eric and I want to take the kids sometime. We might even meet Eric's sister there with her kids, let them have a cousin date, because it's just so cool. And they have tons of train stuff, which my oldest son Corbin, who's on the spectrum, one of his biggest fixation thing that he loves is trains. They have a little wooden train platform thing that you can climb on and play on, and the ceiling in one area is just covered with tracks with trains driving on them. And then in the kids' furniture area is this whole huge setup in the center of the room with model trains going through, and you can pull the train whistle, and then there's just really silly, fun things to spot all over. It would be really fun to play I Spy there. And they have a little cafe. I guess they're famous for their fudge there. So, I don't know, it was really fun to explore somewhere new. I am not buying anything from there because it was all out of my budget. I'm in the like $25 to $40 an item budget, which is why I've been looking at secondhand stuff. But I really enjoyed just kind of seeing what styles I liked there. Alrighty, I've got all my ingredients prepped and I'm ready to start shooting. So I'm gonna say goodbye now, but just remember, whether it is in the comments with me or out in the world, you can be real and be kind. And I'll see you in the next video. Onions every time.